Welcome to our podcast on the special day of Women's Day. And today we are celebrating women who are making lives funnier, richer, interesting with all the work that they have been doing all over the world. And today with me, I have Divya Dan, who is the Chief People Officer at Cloud Analogy. So, yeah, Divya, I just want to ask you one major question before we start with the podcast. It is like, what does Women's Day mean to you?
Okay, so thank you, Ashwarya, for having me. After a very, very long time, we are doing this.
Yeah.
And I'm happy that we are doing this on such a special occasion of Women's Day.
Yes.
So, what Women's Day means to me, right? I had multiple answers to it, but very recently I've seen an ad. So, this is an ad where a kid is sitting alone in a parent teachers meeting, and all the people behind her are saying ki her mom is not here in the PTM meeting, how can she be late and all. And then the teacher asks the student to tell the story which she has written, and her mom enters and she is an army officer.
Okay.
So she says that I love every woman who tries.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
So who try to be there, who try to take care of their family, who try to make a name for themselves in the corporate world, who are a teacher or doctors, a woman who is a mother, who's a sister, who's a friend, and more than anything else, who are themselves.
Yeah.
So a woman who tries, that's Women's Day.
What I felt is that when it comes to Women's Day, it's not just one particular day that we are celebrating Women's Day, because women workforce, women are entering workforce even if they are married, even if they are single, if they are a single mother for that matter. They are trying to enter workforce, they are trying to make it work. So it's been difficult. So what is your take on that, about women entering the workforce and women doing all the, be it household chores or everything for that matter?
So, there is another kind of a glass ceiling now. Yeah, earlier people used to say that only making a name in the corporate world is difficult, or having a seat at the table is difficult. But those things are changing with time. But the glass ceiling has just shifted a bit.
Yes.
And primarily all over the world. I've now traveled at multiple places also. So it's not just only in India, but anywhere in the world you go, females are prime givers in the in the families.
Yes.
They're supposed to be caretakers. They are taking care of household, they are taking care of families, they are taking care of if a kid is there, the prime responsibility is hers.
Yes.
To take care of their education, their food, their clothing, their friends, everything, right? So it's tough. For females, it's tougher because there are expectations for them.
Yeah.
And hats on to everyone, whether you are a homemaker or you are working as in the marketing department, or you are in HR, or you're doctors. It's tough, but we are doing the tough job with ease. And
yes, absolutely. That's a tough job, managing everything and doing it with ease. You know, what inspired you to choose HR, like as a field,
as a career,
basically?
Difficult to pinpoint. I didn't had any HRs in the family, but since my bachelor's, I did my BBA. Since then, I knew I wanted to be into HR. I felt all the personal qualities I have as a personality, who I am, matches with this profile somehow. It comes naturally to me. I am not trying to be an HR. I was born as an HR. So I think that was a perfect fit. I can't do anything else. Even if I try to be, I don't think there's anything else I can do. People are good at painting, singing, dancing. Cooking. I love cooking. I'm a foodie. I love cooking also, but I don't think I can do it professionally. This is a perfect fit.
Maybe you felt like you could connect with people more when you're
Yes.
an HR. Because when it comes to other corporate jobs, it's mostly like not so much connectivity going on around different segments or different sectors. But when you are an HR, you can connect with everyone in the office. It could be that.
I used to tell this in all the events where I'm going as a speaker. I tell this that HR is actually the corporate bahu because there are expectations from a bahu and there are not much rewards for her. She has to make sure that everybody is happy in the family. She has to fulfill her duties and then she has to take a back seat to see everyone grow. Though this has been changing now, there very recently there is an HR in US who got the promotion and got the position of a CEO also now, which is very difficult. You can grow from marketing, sales, production to a CEO level, but until unless you are opening your own organization, it's difficult. But that is also changing because I think the people function is now very aligned with the business function, and we are not business cost center anymore. Neither we are just assets. We are business enablers now. So that is something which is changing, and I think that is what the future is all about.
Absolutely.
There are multiple aspects to Cloudinology and how we are a family. Number one, we are a bootstrap company. Nobody gave us any money to start the company. It started with 5 laptops, a flat and a room, right? So from that to 700 people, it has been a journey. Every person who joins us is actually a part of the Cloudinology family. We are not just a corporate function. Neither we are that stringent also. So we are a family. We have been a family for a very, very long time. And there is a connect to the cause. Every person needs to feel that either you are a male or female, it doesn't matter. As far as female workforce and Cloudinology concerned, I think we are very lucky, and we have force of natures over here. We don't have just female workers. They are all our force of natures, be it Snigdha, who is heading a team in project coordination. There is Krapi, who is the technical architect. There is Rupali, who is one of the best consultants we have. We have multiple people who are doing so much good stuff in the organization, and they are creating their own name in their own space. They didn't do it because they were a female. They didn't do it because there was a favor. They did it because they were good
at it.
Yeah. And one thing which I loved about Cloudinology was, it doesn't matter where you're from. You are male, you're female, you're from LGBTQ community, or probably you associate yourself with any of the 56 genders which are there on Facebook. What matters is what you bring to the table. How good are you at your work? How connected you are to your work? And if you are connected, then sky is the limit. So that's there. But barring that, we do understand that females go through multiple phases in life. We do not have a work from home as a policy, but it's just there. You can take a work from home whenever you need it. You can work from office. We are flexible. There are 9 hours, but you can come at 8 o'clock or you can come at 12 o'clock. It's up to you. How you manage your life, it's up to you. So that's something which was in the core values of this company. At the same time, we understand that life goes through multiple phases, and I think in Cloudinology there are multiple people have gone through these phases, right? They joined as a fresher, they gained experience, they got married, they had kids, I mean, people who were kids earlier now have their own kids. It's
Yep.
just like seeing a person grow, and
Absolutely.
when you are growing in personal life also, there is going to be a time when you need to manage all of this, and we understand it. And those people are still here and working with us, and that's the win we have.
Yeah, that's one thing I love about Cloud Energy is I can manage my work life together, because now that I am also married, I can understand it better. When it comes to Cloud Analogy, that's the best thing about it.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
in morning sometimes you have to cook, and you have to cook alone also, and if you have to reach and punch in exactly at 10 a.m, it's difficult.
It's difficult, absolutely. It's difficult. I understand that. What's your biggest strength as a woman?
I think endurance is definitely there. I won't say patience. I'm not a very patient person, but I have learned and grown in life. And being a female, you go through multiple phases, and that's why when a girl is born, people are generally saying that the girls grow better than boys do.
Yes.
That's because their life journey is such. You grow through multiple stages, and I think I have taken that opportunity with both my hands, and I like the person who I am today. So
great.
that's the strength. I love myself.
That's great.
I'm Geeta of Jab We Met.
So, like, I would ask you one more question: is that which woman like inspired you to be you that you're today?
Difficult to pinpoint one. It starts with your home. Always, strong mothers bring out strong babies. It's as simple as that. So definitely the starting point is my mom. A headstrong woman, and probably because of her I am so independent. I thank you, Mom. I would have not been this if I didn't had you as a mother. And after that, once you grow, you see a lot of other people. From my mom to the journey of seeing everybody in the corporate world, I learned from each and every person. I learned a great deal from Sudha Murthy.
Okay.
So, of course, Narayan Murthy is a big name. He started Infosys, and Infosys is a very big name in the IT company. But there is another level of charm with Sudha Murthy. And if you see her life journey, how she was the one person in the engineering team, how she joined a company, Tata's company, where she was the only female on the floor, and she managed an entire production house. Then she went on and became a teacher and supported the family when it needed be, and then now at the age of retirement, she is a Rajya Sabha member.
Yeah.
So she's a huge inspiration. Then Arundhati Roy, how can you forget? Salesforce head. She is not only India head now, she is MENA head. So there are multiple people through whom you get inspiration, right?
Yeah.
When Arundhati Roy talks, everybody listens, and that's
Yes.
an inspiration.
Oh, absolutely. I agree with that.
Yeah.
What is your message to all the women out there in this Women's Day?
I think I have always given this message that love yourself and be happy. But this year I am changing it a bit. There will be tough times. There will be good times. Sometimes you'll succeed. Sometimes you'll fail. Sometimes you'll have a messy hair day. Sometimes you won't have time to get your waxing done. There would be complaints from family. There will be complaint from your boss. Sometimes your presentation won't go the way you want to. Sometimes there will be a little more salt in the food you're cooking. It's okay. Give yourself a break. That's more important. And I think it's okay to not be okay sometimes. It's absolutely fine. But after you're being done not okay, get up and get back to work, because you are unstoppable. I think that's my message.
Oh, that's absolutely amazing, because that's something that I would also listen when I'm on my bad days. I would feel like listening to that speech again and again when I'm on my bad days, and I would be like, let's come to office and work. That would be an inspiration to a lot of women out there, actually.
I'll take a cup of coffee, don't come to work, but still, once you're done,
Yeah,
once you had your bad day, then come back.
that's great, actually. So, yeah, thanks a lot. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ashwarya. After a very long time,
Yes.
and I'm meeting you for the first time, and it was very nice meeting you, and it was very nice connecting with the audience also after a very, very long time. Another message which I have is Cloudinology is coming up with a lot of products, a lot of solutions to make our life more easy. So keep on checking the new innovations which we are making, and keep on checking the products which we have and we are launching. And till then, wish everyone a happy Women's Day, and wishing everyone a lot of love, care and affection from me and from the Cloudinology family.